Oh man, this Quake remaster is great. Maybe if I mention it here, people stop telling me to make a video on the remaster of a game I've already covered. Like there's anything more to it than good job, Night Dive and Machine Games. These new levels sure are pretty, and in the tradition of Quake, the boss sucks. There you go, done. I feel like there isn't much to talk about in expansion packs unless they're especially evil or have an interesting narrative that ties into the main... Oh, god damn. In 1999, a young former employee of 3D Realms named Randall S. Pitchford II, named after a mythical creature that was said to inhabit an underground grease dumpster in Amarillo, Texas, the young man went on to found Gearbox Software with other developers from Rebel Boat Rocker, known for making nothing and having their funding pulled by EA while they were working on an ambitious title called Prax War 2018, which was taking too long and not making any progress, so I guess you can take the staff out of 3D Realms, but you can't take the 3D Realms out of the staff. Gambling on the potential success of making expansion packs for one of the most widely acclaimed video games in history, Gearbox created 2 expansion packs for Half-Life, Opposing Force released in 1999 and Blue Shift released in 2001. There was also Decay, which we won't be playing because it's co-op and Civvie doesn't have friends. I had a disc copy of Opposing Force and I didn't actually play Blue Shift until way later, like post-Steam release. I thought Opposing Force was pretty cool, you know, when I was like 12. I haven't played it since that time I got footage for the other Half-Life video, but don't worry, all of this stuff is canon. Or not, because Valve doesn't care. Everything and nothing is canon. Except Hunt Down the Freeman, apparently, which is really too bad. I was hoping that we'd get to see Mitchell in Half-Life 3 when he arrived at Borealis and he'd be all edgy and shit, but he won't have the same voice because it's 2257 and the voice actor is long dead, just like me, you, and everyone watching this. So anyway, the first expansion to come out for Half-Life was Opposing Force, which I'm gonna say is canon with Hunt Down the Freeman because nothing matters. I swear, we don't get expansions like this anymore. You know they completely redid the hazard course for this game?
Rise and shine, ladies! My name is Senior Drill Instructor Dwight T. Barnes. The first and last words I want to hear out of your stinking holes is, sir. Do I make myself clear? Sir, yes, sir!
Oh, those crunchy 90s wave files all layered on top of each other. Holy shit, let's not do that again.
When I ask you to jump, you will reply with, how high?
Don't you mean, sir? How high, sir?
What's your name, dirtbag?
Yo, man, this is a Half-Life game, no talking.
Sound off like you got a pair!
I literally can't.
Corporal Shepard, huh? Looks more like Corporal Dog Meat to me.
It's a skin condition.
My suggestion to you is to get your ass down to the training center and report to Drill Instructor Sharp ASAP. Now move it, Corporal!
This guy speaks in corny military drill sergeant cliches when he's not directly quoting Full Metal Jacket.
Texas? Holy cow! You know what comes from Texas, don't you?
Get it? He's calling him gay.
I will smoke you like a Cuban cigar!
I hope the other drill sergeants are different. This guy seems really fixated on dirtbags.
Are you touching me, dirtbag? What is your major malfunction, dirtbag?
Oh god, it's the same voice and it's also John St. John. All voices in Opposing Force are actually John St. John.
All right, maggot, listen up! I don't care what your previous outfit was like, but around here we do things my way! Follow my instructions carefully, and by the end of the day I'll have you eating danger and crapping victory!
Aliens Colonial Marines dialogue makes so much more sense now. This isn't your dad's Half-Life hazard course. For one thing, you don't get an HEV suit, you get a military vest that works exactly the same as an HEV suit. And this course lets you really test it out.
The vest that your military has provided you with will keep you alive. Step onto the mark and this will be demonstrated for you. You are not dead!
That's the best joke ever put into a Gearbox game right there. You kids should let that one roll in your mouth for a while, really savor it. Sharp throws you through some obstacle courses and chides you for not going fast enough through scripted events you have no control over the timing of, with clear safety violations that fit perfectly in the universe that Black Mesa exists in, as well as showing off some of this expansion's new toys. Night vision goggles, new weapons like the sniper rifle which could hit the flea off a dog's back at 100 meters, and the Desert Eagle which could possibly hit somewhere in the vicinity of the dog if that dog was Clifford and he stood directly in front of it saying he was 2 days away from retirement. Unless you hit the secondary fire button and turn on the laser sight, What the fuck? So then John St. John orders me to order John St. John to cut through this door. You can use your NPC buddies to help you, like engineers and medics, which is cool, I guess. We'll see how effective it is on the battlefield. My last test is learning how to press E.
Congratulations, soldier! You're no longer a low-life maggot! I'm proud to say you are a soldier!
Then it's off to...
Okay, Goose 7, proceed to Sector 112LZ and rendezvous with Alpha Bravo Tango, over. Copy that, HQ.
Now, where the hell are we anyway?
Well, the pilot thought we were heading to your mother's house. So far, this all looks familiar.
It is real cute, Jack.
Anytime, anywhere.
So they quote aliens, talk about how no one's given them their orders yet, and then they all die, except you. A scientist pulls you out of the wreckage.
Oh, you've woken up. Corporal Shepard, is it? I've read the tag on your uniform. I'm glad to see my life-saving efforts weren't in vain. I can't say the same for him.
This scientist saved my life, making him the most useful scientist to ever work at Black Mesa.
I'm afraid you have been through a serious accident. Most of your friends didn't make it. I was hoping that you soldiers had come to rescue us, but now it seems we are all in the same situation. I think I saw a radio near the crash site where I found you. Perhaps you can go there and radio for help?
I can, theoretically speak, in this game, so maybe. Listen, I'm on a mission. You guys should have given me a weapon, because this headcrab zombie's gonna kill all of you.
You just think it's all about you.
Yeah, you tell him, Otis.
Okay, Shepard, I see you found your power vest. That should keep you safe out there.
I'm playing on hard again, so... Nah, probably not.
See, now I've heard rumors that you troops may not actually be here to rescue us.
That is correct, but I'm gonna let you live, Otis, because I don't have a weapon. Oh wait, no, now I have one. Ah, damn it, I can't get back in. That headcrab zombie will take care of him. Mission's still on. Fuck up some laser experiments, kill some headcrabs with this slow, unsatisfying wrench. The crowbar is better, but that's okay, because you get a knife soon that is basically a reskinned crowbar. I don't even have to kill these guys, they're so dumb. I have to turn off the generator before I can get to the radio, and Dead Otis gives me his Desert Eagle, which I suppose is better than Melee, especially on hard, but it just ain't the old Python I'm used to.
Shepard, you're alive. Listen, we've been cut up pretty bad and orders are coming down to pull out. Repeat, pull out.
Well, that was a short game, but I think that's the smart play here.
If you can make your way through the transit system, you can probably reach the surface where we are pulling out. Good luck. Over.
Transit system? Ah, no, you're not fooling me with that again. I'm gonna go through these tunnels full of unstable machinery and toxic waste. This is still better than on a rail. You gotta stand in this spot and wait for a bridge to fall so you can go upstairs and get saved by the G-Man? For some reason? That's right, bitch, I'm back. Alright, back in the sewers. So I gotta get into this room full of toxic waste, and to do that I have to get this robot out, meaning this area is sealed off because of the robot and not the toxic waste. I feel like this whole thing doesn't really kick into gear until you're on a train, you know, like all Half-Life games. Otis, you fucking dick. Come here, I need you to open a door.
Have you seen the new IG-88?
No, I haven't. But a friend of mine...
What is that, Doc?
I don't know.
This is the introduction of the mysterious Race X, who are mysterious and who we know practically nothing about, and they only appear in opposing force.
I've never seen that species before.
It's okay, sir. I can take it. Just a little damage, but I can make it.
No! I don't want to die!
Those poor bastards.
Yeah, but they were gonna die anyway. Now how about opening that door?
My mom is gonna worry when I don't make it home tonight. I'm at.
Oh no. You're one of them. Can't we just get along? You look terrible. Hold still. This won't hurt a bit.
Thanks, Doc. I take my mission seriously.
Come in, Cooper. Do you copy? Forget about Freeman. We're abandoning the base.
Hey, I remember that from the thing, the Forget About Freeman. Yeah, I played Half-Life. Guess it's time to get out of here.
We don't have time to mess around here.
You've got to believe me.
I'm not letting you go until you... This is my post, sir.
Fine. Aw, G-Man, come on, don't be an asshole. My brother Mitchell's on that chopper. G-Man, come on! G-Man! I'm so disappointed that didn't work. Looks like it's back to vent crawling and underground tunnels, but wait, there's a new monster, the Gnome, foreshadowed earlier by a scientist.
Can you imagine what the next stage of mutation looks like?
Yeah, it looks like that, and it's not terribly threatening. It throws shit at you, and if I ever got hit by it, I would tell you what that was, but More of Race X shows up too. These are pit drones, and honestly, nothing's gonna be an issue in this game until the human NPCs show up, unless you consider moving the same metal box around 3 times to be a challenge.
When all the fighting started, I hid myself here. I don't think any of them above have survived.
Sir, it's good to see it. Looks like somebody really screwed up, Corporal. Seems the brass bit off more than they could chew. Yeah, well, forget about Freeman. We've got to save our own asses. You with us, Corporal?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I need you to open the next door.
I was told this is gonna be a babysitting job.
I wasn't told anything, but I guess we're here to waste these annoying scientists who did this experiment that led to an alien invasion, which is going to lead to an even worse alien invasion in a war that only lasts like 7 hours, where we get absolutely crushed. My brother Mitchell knows more about that, though.
Man, if we make it out of here alive, I'm gonna buy you all a round of beers. Hell, I'll buy the whole damn bar. Check your zone.
That's great, man. Get in the elevator.
I was told to guard this area.
You absolutely were not. Come on!
Yes, sir!
The game crashed? Are you shit?
This mission is way beyond FUBAR.
Private, get in that goddamn
I'll stay here
elevator.
to wait further orders.
No! No!
Sure, we can do more damage that way.
Oh! So it's mutiny. Yeah, this whole section would have been easier with some AI companions. Now the Black Ops soldiers come in, because you can't have a Half-Life expansion without the soldiers. They were the AI showcase for Half-Life. We can just reskin them and call them Black Ops, and say that there was yet another faction of enemies in Black Mesa there to clean up after the HECU cleanup failed. After that, I assume the plan was just to throw the Earth into the sun and be done with it. They tortured this poor guy who I have to lead a medic to so he can cut open a door. The Black Ops think that the HECU Marines are incompetent, but let me tell you, we're born to kill, we're badass. Oorah to ashes, motherfucker.
Squad, quiet down. Nobody told us about black operations in the mission briefing. Yeah, I mean, we're all on the same team, right? Right?
You guys got a briefing? Say, that's a nice machine gun.
Do you have any idea who's in charge of this operation?
This was a terrible idea, but I think the next room would have killed them anyway. It killed me plenty. Don't play Half-Life on hard, kids. It's really not worth it. Their AI is cool because they'll run from grenades you toss. Yeah, everybody loves Zen so much that we're bringing it back, briefly, until I get this experimental portal gun thing that has a secondary fire that gets me out of here. So long, Zen. Hello, hazard course? Yeah, this is easy. There's even a health station here, and then it takes me back to Zen. It's just not Half-Life without a little shitty platforming. Oh, what's this? Another teleportation experiment? Fresh meat! Fresh meat, fresh meat, fresh meat, fresh meat, fresh meat, fresh meat!
Thank you for releasing me. I can help you access any secured area in this lab.
Yeah, I know, so get to it. I promise I won't kill you. Promises kept, baby. You know, I've always thought, what better place for an underwater research base than the middle of the desert? For once, a teleporter malfunction doesn't take you to Zen. As for weapons that work underwater, I don't have a crossbow, but I do have this BFG. I call it a BFG because it's a big gun that shoots a big ball of yellowish-green energy that deletes enemies. I'd prefer a glue-on gun myself, but this is what I've got. My most hated member of Race X shows up here, about 90 minutes after he's introduced killing Black Mesa staff, and that's the shock trooper, who's like a human NPC except they have these shock roaches as weapons and toss green shit at you instead of grenades. I hate them. It's not so bad, you know, shoot them in the eye and they go down, but then every time the shock roach pops back up and tries to kill you. After another short jog through the border world, more Race X creatures. This one is the Voltigore, and it is now not. Opposing Force really likes giving you new weapons, maybe even too many new weapons. In this add-on, you get the Desert Eagle, the machine gun, the wrench, the knife, the BFG, the shock roach, the spore launcher, the sniper rifle, and now the barnacle. The spore launcher is top tier for Nuke and Black Ops, just A+. The barnacle will eat things, but not other barnacles. And also it can be used as a grappling hook. I don't really see the point of these tentacles being here. You can't kill them, and you'd have to go out of your way for them to kill you.
X-Ray Zulu, are you there? We need backup in the waste sector. It's some sort of worm creature. Tower and Eddie are down and I've lost contact with the rest of the squad. We need backup now! Now, damn it, now!
This is a lot like Blast Pit from Half-Life, except shorter and not as cool. You have to flush toxic waste by activating the valve and the gearbox. You get it? You get it? I get to activate the trash compactor this time. Yeah! I'm kind of bored right now. I think I'll just teleport away and see where it takes me. Yeah, I guess it is still better than going to Zen. Not really a nest, though. Are back with a vengeance, and total blackout tunnels full of Voltigores. It would be weird if they didn't give me a super weapon that could kill them in one hit. I don't have enough energy ammo for that, so I have to get a couple of them stuck on geometry. This time the Black Ops are surrounded by explodey stuff, and if you blow any of it up, the whole place goes, except this one right here. You can blow up this box and only this box. Man, I would feel really stupid if the whole place ended up being exploded out of existence anyway after all this. A good time to pick up the sniper rifle, which reliably one-hits the Black Ops. That one wasn't me, that's just the expertly trained secret government operatives who are way more competent than my guys. Alright, Marines, let's rock! Hoorah! Born to kill!
Man, if we make it out of here...
Out fucking standing. You guys remember that dam from Surface Tension? It's back. Fucking shock roaches.
I don't know what those black ops are up to, but it doesn't involve getting us out of here alive. We've got no choice but to fight our way out. Let's go! At your command, sir!
This whole section is like opposing forces' version of Surface Tension. It's ball-busting, it seems to go on forever. There's a part where you have to use a machine to blow open a door, it's just jankier and designed worse. This is really impractical to aim, and I have to shoot behind the gate to destroy it, not at the gate. Which makes sense. I'm supposed to nail this helicopter some other way, I forget, but I got 3 rockets to spare on me, so...
These black ops have some sort of bomb. I think they're planning on blowing up the base. Now, why do you think they would do such a... I'll just wait here. That's it. I've had it. I'm only willing to take so much... Don't make me going through, you know? Don't make me, you know? I'm only... That's it. You know? I'm only... Don't make... That's it. You know? Don't make... I'm only... That's it. Don't make... You know? Don't make... That's it. You know? I'm only... That's it. Don't make me go and throw down or something.
Holy shit, he died, and he's tiny now.
Are you crazy? I'm not opening this door until someone turns that bomb off.
You're basically at ground zero. I don't think that this room is safe. Still, I should probably handle this delicately since there's a nuclear warhead involved.
Whew, that was a close one. You better get in here.
It's not going to be easy from here on out.
I'm used to it.
The only way out is through the level 4 storage unit, but it's a mess down there. The Black Ops were using it as a staging point until the aliens came in. If you do make it through, make sure you have them come back for us.
Yeah, of course. Barney wasn't wrong. I died a lot. See, because I'm playing on hard, all the health pickups are worth next to nothing, 10 per medkit and 25 per health station. The armor situation isn't much better. It's hard to concentrate on survival when this awful goddamn environment noise is blasting my ears out. You get a cool humans versus aliens battle going on, and I have to clean up whatever's left. This is it, though. The last fight before the big boss battle.
Listen, you've got to get down below. There's something coming through, and it's the nastiest looking thing yet.
This boss is certainly something. Comes out of the portal, you gotta shoot it in the eye. There's a healing pool sitting right over here. He's got some attacks, like he kind of slaps at you. He's got some toxic clouds, but like, there's a healing pool right here. You shoot him in his eye and then in his glow hole and he phases out. He doesn't even die. G-Man captures you and like a dick puts you in stasis or something. I don't know. Fuck him. He learned from the last time and I can't even move during this cutscene, so I'm thinking this boss was just really sleepy. Probably because he just played Blue Shift. Blue Shift came out in 2001 and boy is it boring. It is shockingly, awfully tedious. I mean, I couldn't even give it its own video because it is so remarkably, inexpressibly dull. Blue Shift started out as an add-on for the canceled Dreamcast port of Half-Life, and so all that new stuff that was in Opposing Force is not here. Like, none of it. What you do get is Barney's last name, Calhoun, the HD pack that was shipped with it that includes polished up and higher poly models for everything, and new sounds for some things for some reason. The levels are more detailed, I guess, and there are more NPCs milling around in the intro, which is on a train again, like in Half-Life. Too bad it glitched out on me when I first tried it. Even more confusing, there's a hazard course level that's just the fucking Half-Life hazard course with Barney as a hologram. This is your dad's hazard course. It's literally the same, and what the fuck is happening with my mouse? It keeps doing this, going back to a certain position, and I had to turn raw mouse input on to fix it. I sure hope nothing else goes wrong.
The door's not responding to your pass ID. Let me see if I can get it open on this side.
Hello, Gordon. You doing okay, buddy? You look a little glitchy. I should really turn on the HD models for this, right? That's the intended experience. Nah, I still think this is cursed. I'm gonna keep it on. Oh god, I'm playing as Barney, but everyone is Barney.
Calhoun. 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 Calhoun.
I go to the shooting range to pick up some extra ammo. I feel like I'm gonna need it, as if this normal day in the life of an average security guard is gonna go horribly wrong.
Uh-oh, now what? Looks like some people are having problems with the main access lift in Sector G. Why don't you go over there and see what you can do?
Well, I'm not a mechanic. Because this is Half-Life, the trains are no longer working, and I gotta take the long way. There's the G-Man, you remember him? Looks like he's only barely tethered to this reality.
Well, it's about time. We don't pay you people to
Motherfucker,
mosey
talking to me
around.
like a...
Oh dear! Make this thing work so we can get on with this miserable day.
Not my job. Like at all. This is the only tool they gave me.
It's probably those anomalous materials people again. Always pushing their equipment too hard, dabbling in who knows what. I'd be surprised if there's one good brain among them. Oh dear!
I mean, this is a cool scripted sequence, but then... corridor after corridor of shooting low-level enemies. It isn't even frustratingly difficult anymore either. And there's one very important factor to that, which I thought going in would be a hindrance, but it's not. So Barney doesn't have an HEV suit or a military power vest. He just has normal ATS armor and helmets. No using the wall charges. You'd think that this would be a problem. But on hard mode, those chargers give you diddly dick for a recharge. In Blue Shift, the armor pickups give you 60 fucking points. People may have described Blue Shift as more of the same before, but no, because there's very few actual set pieces and a lot of running through corridors or sewers or hallways or shooting things, and it is really, really boring, but to Blue Shift's credit, it is extremely short. Like, it would be totally understandable to release this along with the Dreamcast port, but to put it out as a full-fledged expansion after Opposing Force, which had all of this stuff, and then you put this out, which is updated HD models and nothing else in terms of weapons, enemies, or gameplay, what is there to even talk about? We've got to go find a scientist that everybody's talking about. Dr. Rosenberg, voiced by John St. John. Can't deny the man has range.
There may be enough equipment in the old lab to piece together a device that would allow us to teleport outside of the facility.
Obviously, there's going to be fights with soldiers, and some of these arenas are questionable. Mostly because I can sit in one area and take out most of the grunts with ease in half of them. You know what would really liven this up? A turret section. and a tank fight. Within 10 minutes of rescuing Dr. Rosenberg, you're in a lab ready to go to Zen, and even the Zen section seems neutered. You're sent to Zen to run around for a while and shoot low-level enemies mostly, and turn on a triangulation device so the scientists can successfully use the border world to teleport out of Black Mesa and escape. Maybe because this was designed for people playing on the Dreamcast, it just doesn't throw the amount of enemies at you that Half-Life does. 15 minutes. 15 minutes in Zen. That's not a complaint, but it leaves no impression on me, except this part, right, where I fall to my death in Zen, sort of.
Good job, Mr. Calhoun. We began to worry when you didn't come back for some time, but it looks as though you were able to get the device operational. The signal we're getting is very strong, but I'm afraid I have some bad news.
We've got to get out of here. Hold yourself together. If we don't get the power cell charged, we're all going to die. Look out! Get out of here! I can take...
We're already at the final chapter of Blue Shift. It's probably the most interesting and hardest, I guess. You've got aliens and soldiers, and it's a solid Half-Life map. I have to go down to the lower level and get a power cell to keep the teleporter on long enough for everyone to escape. Move some coolant barrels to make a bridge, raise the coolant level. This kind of thing would fit right in, like in the middle of Half-Life. It isn't bad, it's just there. In 2001, I probably could have downloaded a fan-made campaign that was just as good. You gotta wait for the scientists to go through the portal. You also have to assist by hitting 2 switches and using a valve while being attacked by 2 hound eyes. Damn, that's terrifying. I'm gonna have to really prep for this one. And after the hound eyes, you can hear the HECU grunts chattering almost 2 whole minutes before they cut through this door.
Almost there.
That's it. You go through the portal, see soldiers dragging Gordon to the trash compactor, then you're in the parking lot safe and sound and you escape Black Mesa. Blue Shift is short, like my playthrough took less than 2 hours. Opposing Force took me about twice as long. And even though it all has the stink of Randy on it, at least Opposing Force has, you know, other stuff. It's not just more Half-Life with some... I don't know what it is about these models, they're just so cursed.
Calhoun,